This is one of the dyno polls that we were really interested to see what the difference would be.
Before we get started, I'd appreciate if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe. Now, I don't know where this has come from, but since the M8s have come out, I've noticed a lot of people are under the assumption that they come with a free-flowing air cleaner already on the bike.
I think Harley markets it as a high-flow air cleaner, and it's a bigger box, and it has like the ramjet look where the little openings right there. But yeah, there's definitely a myth out there that the factory air cleaners that have the typical air cleaner cover that you see in the M8, you can put it up on the screen right here, are somehow a free-flowing or a high flow. I think they call it a high flow filter element. And let's just put a picture of how big those filter elements are. I mean, they're tiny. I mean, the ones that are on Sportster 883s have more of a filtering element.
Correct.
The oblong ones have more of a filtering element than these M8s do.
Now, we're not talking about the models that come equipped with the ventilator. No, we're talking about the ones with the traditional Harley hot box, the plastic backplate enclosed with the chrome cover, with the Screaming Seagull on the side, with the scoop. Yeah, we're talking about that. If you look, we have a series of air cleaners. Our smallest air cleaner, the 425. We don't recommend that for any larger displacement twin cam engines, you know, the 96s, the 103s, and definitely not the M8s, because it's just too small.
Yeah.
But when you compare them, you know, if we were to sit here and measure the cubic inches, it's still larger than the factory filter element found on the M8s.
Right. So we did obviously a dyno polls with the factory air cleaner, and then we did one with the 828. Let's look at the differences. First, let's look at what the red line is the completely stock setup. The blue line's the 828. Let's look at the red line first. Look at up until 2,800 RPM is where it peaks, and then it starts petering out on torque. And why is that? It's because it's starving. This is exactly what we see if we take a twin cam, a 103 twin cam, or we take any Milwaukee 8 and we put a 425 on it. We see the same thing happen. It starts starving as it gets to higher RPM. Whereas you can see with the 828, it stays pretty much at the top torque all the way through 3,500 RPM. And you can see that there's a 9% increase in horsepower and a 9% increase in torque. We're using the 828 over the factory air cleaner because it is getting enough air, and that's what's important.
What's most notable to me is this test was done with the factory tune. So if you were to tune the bike, have it dyno tuned or add a fuel management device, you know, to see peak performance, the numbers would be even more. But, you know, factory tune, just simply upgrading the air cleaner, stop choking the engine, you see a 9% increase in torque and horsepower.
Right, and it's very smooth all the way through the line, as you can see here. So that was nice. That was nice to see that play out.
Yeah.
And so in part, and we've been talking about the filter element a lot, but as you can see in this video that we're going to link right here, it's not just the filter element, it's what goes on after the air passes through the filter element, which is contributing to the benefit of this. So
now, to be fair, not only is about the amount of airflow that the 828 is drawing in comparison to stock, it's also the fact that it's all clean, cool, oxygen-rich air that it's drawing in because it's equipped with an external breather system. Now, you can, you know, vent the factory air cleaner externally should you wish to not swap that out, but still, you're not going to see peak results from air intake until you get a high-flow air cleaner system on your bike.
Right, and of course, this was comparing the factory air cleaner that was putting in the hot, oily, oxygen-depleted air into the combustion chambers, which does rob power.
Right.
So that you know, there are three things going on: bigger, better filter element, better flow after it passes through the filter element, and of course, like you said, cool, clean, oxygen-rich air instead of the opposite going in there.
And a bonus, it's lower profile, so you get more leg room than with the bulky factory air box sticking out. Now, it's a very easy installation. When we did these tests, we took the opportunity to film an installation process. We'll put that video in the corner above. If you have any questions about compatibility or fitment, shoot us an email to support@dkcustomproducts.com.
Y'all ride safe out there.